Jim UC. Twitch? Do we just want to call him Twitch? Is that too simple?
I think he's saying that's his Twitch tag.
Yeah, I know, but YMG?
Yeah.
YMG? That's what I was gonna go second.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
YMG, I think. And then are you calling Dark Wolves? Are you saying Red or Dark Wolves? I think I'm gonna go Red because the other guy's name is Dark.
Okay, I like Red. So YMG, Red, and then Jim UC is gonna. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome on into VESL. We've got Northeast today, more Rocket League Open Qualifiers for the $25,000 prize pool at the end. It's week 2, and my name is Anthony Malm. I'm joined today by Neppy with Sport on production. Nevi, so far, this has been such an exciting tournament. Last week was crazy games with high-scoring outcomes. This week, could we be any more excited?
I'm really excited going into this week, and I'm looking for some more close games, some OTs, some stress levels rising, and I think they're going to deliver today.
I think so too. Last week on Northeast, you got to see Currituck County versus JP Knapp. But today we got ourselves Esports Legends versus the NC Cyber Academy. There should be a close one, should be an exciting one for sure. I mean, like I said, whether it's Rocket League, Valorant, Smash, everything's been delivering so far on VESL. We're looking for more of the same. And you talked about the want for overtime. I'm kind of in that same boat. I'm looking for high-octane offense, maybe some demos, maybe get a little bit crazy.
Looking for that physicality for sure. We saw a lot out of that coming in the Southeast last week. If you were there, I was with the Southeast, and we had such a great time. And a lot of those teams were getting really heavy into those demolitions, into those team-removing plays, and I think it led to a lot of really exciting gameplay, which I'm hoping translates over to the Northeast too.
Would not be disappointed to see it, but hey, the best way to find out if they are going to get physical, if it is going to get crazy, is by heading into game. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get ourselves into game and start the action here on VESL Northeast. Esports Legends versus NC Cyber Academy, game number 1 on tap. Kickoff begins, and who's going to go crazy with it from the start? NC Cyber Academy might have a decent run.
Meters that Rocket League just added a few days ago. I'm wondering how that's going over in their comms, and it looks like Stinky Bus doesn't need much comms there, getting close to a goal.
It is refreshing, being able to see the kind of boost you're working with, being able to have one less hurdle to jump on communication could be so gigantic for these teams, or it could be something that you forget about in the heat of the moment. We'll see. Jim UC looking to make a play there, but it's not going to be there. Instead, Cyber Academy looks for another run, but they've got to get past Stinky, who so far has been too good at midfield off the top of the crossbar. Not going to go in this time round. No 1-minute score, but man, did it get close, and it's still continuing. Cyber Academy really want this early goal, but Stinky not letting it happen.
NC Cyber Academy, though, keeping relentless on this offense, but as I say that, Ka-Chow Kid taking possession here, still looking to make a play on this NC Cyber Academy goal, and Stinky Bus again with another shot. He's been the one to receive the last 3 shots. I think we're going to see him being a great leader in the Esports Legends offense here.
I was going to say, it's so far we've said one name quite a bit, so easy to find somebody to look at, and it's going to be Stinky Bus, but can it continue is always the big question. Still early on here, but it will be as Stinky now gets the clear out. Catches 2, but still has a chance. Not going to find it that time, but Cyber Academy continue to have to scramble to avoid Stinky. Now Dark Wolf's going to look for it. Can't find it, but Jim couldn't clear it out, and Dark was able to follow up. That's going to be goal 1, going to Cyber Academy.
Looks like we had some just unfortunate touches here coming out of Esports Legends. That ball bouncing straight off of Jamuse's car. What a rough way to start this game, but I'm confident they can bounce back. We saw that just great possession there from Stinky, and it looks like they're trying to continue that as Stinky's heading up that left side, looking to receive that ball off of Dark. A quick challenge here, going right over Dark's head, but Dark not ready to give up a goal quite yet.
We learned that Red is quite a bit of a shooter from that last play, because while, yeah, those self-touches, almost an own goal, were unfortunate, the setup was still really good from Red. So we'll look to see if there is more of that, because Esports Legends already on that back foot, but you don't want to be there, the back wheel. You don't want to stay there very long. Nebby, you want to try to clear things out, and Stinky, one thing I have seen, Nebby, is very aggressive clears in the cross-section of the goal. Leaves open opportunities like this. For YMG, sets it up, it's gonna dangle in front, but can somebody get it through? No! Red unable to.
What a fantastic set of defense there coming out from Esports Legends. Immediately just switching over back to some offensive plays. Ka-Chow Kid with the shot, but a quick block there coming out from Minty. Looks like Dark's going for the follow-up, but Jamuse sitting right on the goal line, ready to clear it out.
Jim so far has sat comfortably in that goal and hasn't let much go through, which has given Stinky opportunities. And now Ka-Chow with their own opportunities sets it up for the follow-up from Stinky, but it's not going to be there for Mr. Bus. Maybe this car can adjust. Maybe we can see the Fennec get some work going. A new shot comes through. Jim will be there in the net once again. And uncharacteristic, but a full send on the offense here from Esports Legends. Jim looking for a play. It's not there. Still a 1-0 lead for Cyber Academy.
I mean, that offense is what they need there, and it looks like Stinky's going to be able to get a shot on that open goal. What a perfectly read ball there. He challenged at exactly the right time, just able to get it over Dark and send it right into the net.
I love the awareness so far from Esports Legends. You mentioned in the beginning, talking about the new boost meters, but an overall bigger theme is comms. And one thing I have seen, despite only it just now being tied, is Esports Legends, Nebby, their comms seem to be crisp.
Absolutely. I mean, you can really see they're exactly where they need to be, and that was almost nasty coming out of Stinky, but not quite able to land as we see Kachowkid challenging Dark, but it going right over him. And again, I just cannot stop saying Stinky's name. Continually looking for those clears, but Jamuse is going to take that possession. It looks like Minty's looking for a challenge.
I like YMG trying to set it up, trying to make any kind of play appear for Cyber Academy. They've been on defense too long, but Stinky looking to bring it through again. Dark be the one to shut it down. Jim tries to rush back. Will have Stinky in that quarter. We'll see if YMG is able to get some kind of pass to that midfield. Red is lying in wait, but Stinky able to shoot it across the net too quickly. 1 minute left to go. We're still tied up 1 apiece with no sign of breaking inside until Stinky with the shot. Gonna be close, but just off the mark.
Looks like Cyber Academy almost extended a little too much there, leaving that net looking a little open. Kachowkid is going to be looking for one here, going up and off the wall. Maybe he's going to get a little fancy, but Dark is not interested in that at all. Looking to make some plays of his own, and he does. What a shot from Dark coming off of that ceiling.
What a reaction, too, from Dark to read Kachowkid going off of that sidewall and to follow it all the way through from that ceiling to give that 2-1 lead. Only 38 seconds to go now for Esports Legends. We've seen them empty out their side of the pitch really only one singular time, so maybe it's the time to get aggressive to try to tie it up and send us to that OT that Nevi was looking for.
And I'm hoping they do, and it looks like they're following up on that. Kachow looking to push up in midfield to receive this ball and hopefully get a clear in, but Dark's not too interested in that. Looking to make some plays of his own, passing down to Minty. Minty to middle, but Stinky is going to be right there to immediately clear it back to that NC Cyber side.
One more chance really for offense. There's the shot, but Dark is there for the save. 5 seconds left to go for Esports Legends here in game number 1, but Red has control, and that will be the bounce. One more chance here from Stinky. Not going to find it. To the corner it goes. To the ground it touches. NC Cyber, they'll take game number 1.
What a match there, Anthony. It's such a great showing out of both of these teams, and I think they did a really great job just keeping that pressure every single time they had those chances to be on the offensive end. You can really see Dark and Stinky being leaders in their team here, both of them having the goals for both of their teams, and honestly, just a great showing overall.
I think it's insane that we said Stinky's name so many times, but Dark ending up with 7 shots is ridiculous and does kind of make sense, especially towards that middle area where we had kind of forgotten almost that Cyber Academy had played so much offense, because the beginning and the end of that game were so anchored in by Cyber Academy feeling like they had to be on the defensive from Stinky, but Dark really pulled through, Nebby. Going into game 2, how do you try to get a handle on somebody shooting that much?
I mean, I think, quite honestly, Esports Legends needs to spread out a little bit in their defense. It seems a lot of times when they're getting that offensive pressure, they just kind of collapse into the net. There's 3 of them on the goal line, 2 of them on the goal line, not necessarily someone looking to receive the ball.
Well, it's a best of 5, so you do have some time to adjust, and maybe it's a comm thing, maybe it's a positioning thing, and you got to kind of figure out, okay, when we're making the pass, who's the one setting up, who's the one staying back? We saw a lot of that, actually, from Esports Legends. They didn't get the best of Cyber Academy in that game, but I really liked the way that they played their rotations through. Jim, in particular, was able to lock down that net the majority of the time, and the shots that we did see, it kind of felt like they just got attacked a bit too much.
For sure, and I mean, I think they were just really close, quite honestly. I feel like there's not a lot that I can say about this game and changes they need to make, because it really did feel like a coin flip. Both teams keeping that offensive pressure up, keeping that defensive pressure up, and really just being there when their teammates needed them there.
And the pressure kind of goes back to something you and I were talking about pre-game number 1 as we get in game number 2 here soon, and that was maybe demos, maybe pressure, maybe get really aggressive and play a physical game of Rocket League to try to take control of the pitch. I like to talk about trying to make the pitch feel a bit smaller for your opponent, but more open for you.
For sure, and I mean, I think demos are such a big way of opening up that field. As Dark looking to open up this game with a shot of his own, but going to be quickly cleared out here. And a shot going in as I say that. Dark wanted to shut me up real quick. Quick little back and forth pass there between Dark and one of his other teammates. Looks like it's Minty. Minty getting a little bit of a bump there as well, and Dark, perfect placement off the backside of his car. What a beautiful shot to open up this game.
I really like the way that Cyber Academy aggress into the corner of Esports Legends. We talked about the rotations and them feeling comfortable in their own net, but in their own corner, no comfort for the boys in blue so far. Cyber Academy has too much control of that. Stinky looking to make some kind of play happen, but really the only one making it, Kachao, is a bit further back, and this turns into opportunity for Dark. Running it through, will have another shot on, but Stinky gets control. Can he get past Red? Then it gets tapped up into the air. Jim gonna look for it, runs into YMG, and this offensive run for Cyber Academy does not look to be any closer to stopping.
I mean, their confidence is really what I think is going to make or break this game. NC Cyber Academy is confident in their teammates. They're confident in their rotations, and it's been working out well for them. The ball is getting placed exactly where they want it to be, even there with the 50 against Kachao. They get to launch that ball straight into that corner where they love to play.
If they keep aiming for it, eventually another goal is going to follow through. That's been their game plan, and it's been working for Esports Legends. The game is improvise, adapt, overcome, but so far they're just not able to break through, but they're keeping games close. They kept game 1 close. So far, they're keeping game 2 close. Now they have opportunity, but again, just kind of caught out. Jim couldn't get there quick enough, was kind of stuck in their own side of the pitch. The Cyber Academy gets to just waste time. We see Dark bring it midfield and reset. Stinky gonna look for a shot, does get it over 1, but can't get it past 2. Cyber Academy with another great play on defense.
Absolutely, and now it looks like Cyber Academy is trying to make another great play on offense, and they almost do, but Kachao is on that goal line to quickly clear it out, but Dark not ready for the pressure to be over quite yet. Looking to make something else happen, Kachao quickly taking possession. And we're finally getting Esports Legends on that Cyber Academy side of the pitch.
How long will it last, though? Dark does not have interest in it being a long time. Brings it down towards that net, had Red ready for follow-up, and they're keeping YMG back, who has decent boost for this defense, and gets it back across to that blue side. Now Stinky gonna look to go coast to coast, has a decent chance with it, and some boost, but that boost is gone, and so is the opportunity. The rest of Esports Legends were not close enough to help, and they gotta race on back because they got an open net, but Stinky will get there in time, at least for the moment. New shot opened up for Red, blocked out from Kachao Kid.
What great ball awareness the Cyber Academy team has. They know and now again in that corner, Dark trying to capitalize off of his own pass, but not quite getting there. Stinky though, tired of this offensive pressure, and it looks like he's going for it.
I want to see if Red can make another Cyber Academy corner play happen that we've been talking about, but instead intercepted from Stinky. Now bringing it through. Gorgeous wheel work through the air, but can't fall enough through. And so far, Stinky needs a hand to try to make these plays work, Nebby. That's another one that could turn into a goal for Cyber Academy. Handled by Stinky and blocked away. The offense will continue. Minty with Dark. They'll slam it home. It's 2-0.
What beautiful teamwork here coming out. Dark was there, Dark was going for it, and, you know, Minty just had to make sure it was going to go in. Maybe he was looking for a steal. You know, I don't quite blame him. I do it all the time. But NC Cyber Academy 2-0 going into these last 2 minutes. Anthony, what are you looking for Esports Legends to change a little bit going into this last few minutes of the game?
I kind of hinted at it before, but they need to empty out their side of the field and give Stinky a hand. So far, 2 shots, looking to make it 3 there, but it's not going to be there. But you see it right there. Stinky made a play, got the ball towards the net, and his 2 teammates were past midfield. They weren't in a position to follow up on what Stinky was setting up. We see it again on the pinch. Look where Kachao and Jim are. Nebby, it's impossible for Esports Legends to make any plays work if they've got 1 person out of the 3 playing offense. Stinky will try to make it work still, though, but needs some kind of backup.
Looks like Kachao Kid's coming up here on that right side. Looking to make some possession here, but it's a quick pass over. And that invitation towards the midfield. I'm just getting a lot of back and forth here. Jim is finally pushing up. We see that Esports Legends team taking up some space on the NC Cyber Academy pitch. And it worked out well for them as a beautiful shot there coming out of Stinky. And Anthony, you were completely right. Exactly what you just said worked perfectly for them. The second this team all pushed up, they ended up getting a goal out of it.
Stinky with such a great read, Nebby. And you're right. Finally had some backup, so Stinky didn't have to use every bit of boost just to get towards the net. They could fall back and look to make a play happen, and look what it does! Look what it sets up! Almost able to tie it up. With 35 seconds left to go, and Cyber Academy have found themselves on offense. Kachao will look to maybe be the one to set it up, and here's a commit. I love to see it. Is the shot there from Stinky? Yeah, it is! Tied up at 2.
We might need to change your title to analyst, Anthony, because you analyzed this perfectly. The second they started pushing up, the second they started going all in NC Cyber Academy's pitch, it started working, and the shots are landing. The tie-up with 30 seconds left is exactly the drama I was looking for at the start of this stream, so I'm excited to have it.
You got your drama, I got my backup for Stinky. If we start getting demos, we'll get everything we want, but instead, Cyber Academy catch esports legend. Dark gets the better of the 50 and just keeps it calm to get it past Jim. That's a huge third goal for Cyber Academy.
The sheer confidence of Dark coming out of that, too. You know how confident you have to be to go in a 1v3 there, cross up all of them? Beautiful showing there coming out of Dark, and I think he may be trying to do it again. Going to that classic NC Cyber Academy corner, but Stinky trying to quickly get a clear out. Unfortunately, as the time ticks down, I'm just not sure what esports legends can do.
Dark with a slide over commit, but it won't matter. The ball will touch the ground. NC Cyber Academy will take game number 2, Nebby. And they did it with so much control, even in the face of esports legends starting to figure things out. Cyber Academy never lost what you said, Nebby, the confidence.
Absolutely, and confidence carries you a long way in Rocket League, along with momentum. Now that Esports Legends has allowed NC Cyber Academy to get those 2 games, they're building up that momentum, and it's nerve-wracking. It truly is. When a team is on a roll like that, it's hard to stop them, but I think Esports Legends is getting close. Definitely trying to push more of those team plays and keep all of them on that NC Cyber Academy part of the field, and it's been working out.
And notably, Kachao Kid up to 4 shots. Well, on the side of NC Cyber Academy, it's very Dark heavy in terms of how they're making their offense happen, so there is a lot of opportunities there. Nebby, if Esports Legends can kind of look at that game and say, hey, this worked, and this worked, let's just put it all together and see what sticks. There is a world where it can work out, but do you have any other big takeaways before we take a short break here?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think this is the come up here, though, for Esports Legends, and I'm ready to see it. They were just getting into their groove in that game, too, and I think that's going to carry them a long way going into the rest of the series.
I believe it will also, and Dark and Stinky, the 2 to watch, but don't forget about Kachao and Red. Everybody looking to make some kind of play happen here. But with that, we will take a short break here before we get into game number 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on VESL. Hello, welcome back to Northeast. More VESL action, Rocket League style. Thanks for hanging out for the break, but we're back. My name's still Anthony Malum, still with Nebby, still have sport on production. We got some more action between Esports Legends and NC Cyber Academy. Almost called them Cyber Legends, which could be a workable name. We'll workshop it. But Nebby, before we get into game 3, we got to just kind of touch back base on what we're looking for, because we did hit some big, simple topics on how both teams can improve.
Absolutely, and I'm really looking for Esports Legends to keep up that offensive pressure that they were slowly building at the end of that game too. I think it'll really carry them well throughout the series, and honestly, could lead to a reverse sweep.
It's certainly possible. Best of 5 here, so this is the chance for Cyber Academy to take it home and call it an early night, but I'm sure Esports Legends have something to say about that. Let's see how much they do have to say about it and get into game number 3 and see how our night decides to go, if that reverse sweep that Nebby's talking about is possible. I'm on board. I think it certainly is if you can get that offense rolling quick enough. And on the kickoff, there's a chance. Kachao Kid trying to get control. Will pass it across to Stinky, who has a net there, but it's off the mark instead. Oh, Nebby, that was the chance for Esports Legends to come out strong.
That was almost it. That momentum that you would get from that 10-second goal would honestly be so valuable, especially in a series where you're down 2, you're behind. You need to get back up and you need to make a statement early on in this game to really maintain your presence here. And it looks like NC Cyber Academy is looking to make that statement here as Minty. It's a quick shot there on Esports Legends.
What a good read there from Minty to stick with that. It was kind of an awkward play, and you can tell by how Minty reacts to it, just trying to get that nudge to get it off to the side. Anytime the ball gets stuck in front of the net like that, especially for plat players like myself, that's kind of the worst case scenario of how do I make this ball do what I want it to do? But Minty able to figure it out for NC Cyber Academy. And now Esports Legends, Nebby, already on the back wheel, less than a minute in.
Not a great place to be, but I believe they can come out of this position if they just keep applying that pressure. Stinky is looking to start that trend, getting over 1, but leaving it straight at Dark's front wheels. And it looks like Esports Legends is pushing up a little more here, as we saw that one of them was in the midfield there, and Stinky looking for a quick clear, but Red getting over him, going for a shot off that corner, but not quite going to land.
The corner control was something that we talked a lot about in game number 2 for NC Cyber Academy. If they can run that back, it's going to be a tough time for Esports Legends, but they're working through it. If they can survive the corner, they can survive anything, but Dark says no surviving our corners. NC Cyber Academy make it work again to make it an early 2-0.
That corner feels like the nail in the coffin, but it's a play that works every single time. And I mean, that's why NC Cyber Academy keeps doing it. It's serving them well, and I think by the time this game is up, we'll have seen another 1 or 2 shots looking exactly like that. As I say it, Dark looking to prove me right here, trying to get over Stinky, but Stinky gonna hit right over his head, and a quick clear coming out from Kachao Kid, looking to give Esports Legends some possession here on the NC Cyber Academy side.
Got you piloting one of these cars, Nebby. You got the same exact reads coming out as Dark, just focusing in on that corner and what's working and taking control of Esports Legends. But they've got to make their own plays happen. Stinky has been the setup for them, but it just has not been there this game. We've seen Kachao get closer, and plays like that from Red make it so difficult. Being able to adjust at midfield, get it back to where you want it. You can see Dark lurking past that midfield point. NC Cyber Academy going to look for a run this time. Kachao Kid, though, will bring it down and buy some time and buy some breathing room from Cyber Academy's constant attack.
And Dark here looking to continue that attack, but Kachao Kid's quick to get a touch on it. Red making a little bit of an awkward touch there, but getting those touches right on over to Dark, and Dark still straight out of that corner and over 1, but Kachao Kid in the exact right position he needs to be. A demo coming out too. This offensive pressure is heating up.
Heating up indeed, and the demo, we've been looking for that the entire set so far, but it pulls up massive that time for Esports Legends. Maybe it will click, that's their way out, but instead Dark getting real fancy, trying to get over the head of Kachao Kid, cannot do it. Instead, Esports Legends still hanging on, still 2 minutes to work with. There's plenty of time to get those 2 goals to come through, but they've got to get their offense going first. They got to get it back to that orange side. Stinky going to come down from the ceiling, will look for the bounce, gets it up, has it set up for Kachao. Kachao can't find it. Jim looked to follow up, but neither one could lock it down. Cyber Academy hanging on and making it so difficult to do anything.
But those plays are exactly what I wanted to see out of Esports Legends. And I mean, they delivered. That goal almost went in, but here Dark still trying to make a statement. And honestly, he's been doing a pretty great job here. Minty keeping that pressure up, and it looks like there's going to be no follow-through from another NC Cyber Academy teammate. But Stinky looking to take that ball through midfield. Dark again in that corner. It's just nasty every single time, but a quick clear from Stinky that almost leads to a goal. We'll put Esports Legends back on the offense.
The Chow Kid almost there, but a pinch save will get it through. Now Dark, open net, takes the shot, splits the uprights, and sends it home for the 3-0 lead for NC Cyber Academy. Just had enough speed to get it past the defenders that time. Stinky was so close to being able to get that block across Nevi, but now game 3, you're on match point, and it's so weird. It's dominant on paper, but Esports Legends have felt so close this whole time.
Absolutely, and I mean, we've been saying this entire time they need to push up, they need to have more offensive pressure, but I think that may have been to what led them overextending on defense there, so it's hard to have the best of both worlds. But Stinky looking to sink one here for Esports Legends and over the net. Unfortunately, just not quite able to get in. Minty here taking possession, going up the famed corner, looking for somebody in mid, and Red is there. A little bit of some awkwardness here coming out of the Esports Legends defenders, but the barrage from Cyber Academy just does not want to let up.
Maybe some frustration, only 30 seconds left to make it happen now to get 3 goals. I've seen it, it's possible. With NC Cyber Academy wasting so much of your precious time on match point, it's only going to be more and more difficult. Now 15 left, and Red's going to fake it out, set it up for Dark, who's going to make another offensive play, gets it past, sets it up! But Stinky is able to clear, but the damage is done. The time's wasted. Those sands of the hourglass have slipped on through, and one more? No, but not needed. NC Cyber Academy will take this one, not with ease, but with some flair at the end.
Absolutely. We could see a lot of that flair coming out from Dark pretty much the entire series. I feel like he was displaying his mechanics. An absolute masterclass there that I, as a Plat player, should probably take some notes on.
Same, I was writing it down. I mean, I borderline drew a picture of the field, like a Dark looking like Hercules coming through and being the hero, saving the day for Cyber Academy. If those notes don't get me out of Plat, I'm going to put it on Cyber Academy, honestly, and I think that's fair.
Absolutely. It would definitely be their fault.
But Esports Legends did put up a really strong fight, Nebby. Stinky Bus in particular, I think, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I feel like going forward, they've got a really clear way that they can make their team work and they can really grow and improve.
Absolutely, and I mean, I think we could not stop talking about Stinky Bus in Game 1 and Game 2, but it felt like they allowed more of those team plays to come out into Game 3, which is what we were looking for, and honestly what I think led to those games feeling so close, even though on paper they may not have been.
Yeah, and the on-paper thing is really the big discussion here, but I found myself constantly so impressed, and I mentioned it early on about Jim and being able to really anchor down the net for Esports Legends. At no point did it ever feel like the games were out of reach, and a big part of that is anchoring down. But something that we both caught on to, and you called out really well, was, hey, when you push, when you follow Stinky Bus out there in the right moments, you get open nets. You are able to get shots. They can't defend you when you're taking 8 shots at a time. They were just so few and far between that it really felt like Cyber Academy, they had their foot on the gas, they tapped the brake when they wanted, and they could hit the e-brake when they wanted. And Esports Legends were just trying to figure out how to make the car work in manual.
Absolutely, and I think they're on the road to that for sure. I think we saw a lot of good team plays coming out as we got closer to the end, and as they took some of that focus off of just Stinky and let it be a team game like Rocket League is supposed to be, you know? And I think they made some great strides there. And I'm honestly looking forward to see how they improve, because I think they're definitely on the road to that. I mean, that's how they kept these games so close. They had me believing with a minute left, they were going to go up 3-0 and maybe take a reverse sweep here with the series.
Yeah, it was close, and like I said, it gives you a lot to be able to actually work on and improve when you go back and you watch that film. Still a lot to go for VESL, for Rocket League, for that prize pool. A lot of games still going on as well, so as we wrap up here in the Northeast stream, make sure you check out all the other ones going on the VESL page. There's still Rocket League streams going on as we speak. I believe Southeast is still Rocket and Roll with Zepcast, Dilo, and Dappersaurus, so head over there and enjoy your night. One more time, my name was Anthony Malm, joined by Nebby, and Sport was on production. We had a great time with you. Be safe and have a great night. We'll see you next time on VESL.
Bye, everyone.